Good morning, everyone. This is Gary Kay, and you are watching my Daily Rants and Raves. We're doing a special video broadcast version of our Daily Rants and Raves, as we often do, going into some of the major trade shows each year. And of course, we're 3 weeks away from InfoComm, and I'm joined by a special guest today, Paige O'Neill. Paige O'Neill is the Chief Marketing Officer at Prysm. Good morning, Paige. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on. There's a lot of stuff going on in InfoComm. There's a lot of booths at this year's show, something like 1,200 booths. You're going to
Wow.
want to drive traffic to your booth, which is in the North Hall, space number 305. And you're going to be competing with a lot of stuff around you, but you've got some neat stuff going on. I mean, you've got a very interesting niche in the market. And for those people that don't know what Prysm does, start with that.
Yeah, so Prysm has a solution called the Visual Workplace, and it is a collaboration solution that enables teams, whether they're in the office on very large format screens or whether they're remote on any mobile device, to collaborate. So any kind of content you can pull onto a very visual palette, and you can edit the content, you can present it, you can collaborate on it in real time, and it's really across any device. So it's pretty compelling.
Yeah, and Prysm is prysm.com,
That's
so you
right.
should definitely go check it out. And you've actually, what's neat about your website is you say, look, if your application is huddle rooms, here's the system we use. If your application, you have it broken out by application rather than by products.
Yeah, that's right. And we're actually going to be getting an all new website just in time for InfoComm. So you should definitely go check it out. We're going to be launching it literally a couple of days before the show. And in addition to having it broken out by huddle room, corporate boardroom, auditorium, or just a mobile solution, we're also going to be adding different use cases for departments like R&D or marketing or HR or various different departments and how they use the system.
That's a good idea because case studies, or what I call them
Yeah.
case studies, help integrators come up with new ideas and also helps them back up what they're trying to sell a customer. I mean, you do have a very interesting differentiator because although your product is full of a bunch of different types of technologies, you've wrapped it together into one system, which is a little bit unique. I mean, there's projector manufacturers on the show floor, there's flat panel manufacturers, there's UC companies, there's video conferencing companies, there's cable
Yep.
wiring, and there's control companies, but you've kind of packaged it all together.
That's right. And one of our goals is we don't want enterprises to have to change up what they're already using. We want to make everything work better together. So just as you said, we've integrated any third-party video conferencing solution. We've got an integration with Skype for Business. We've got integrations with Microsoft Office 365. We want to pull all the tools that companies have today and make them work more effectively and enable them to work at the same time. So any kind of content, any web application on any screen, from 100-foot screens that we manufacture all the way down to any mobile device.
Right, which means that people who are working remotely can literally connect into that conference. One of the things that that you're going to focus on at the show, you already sort of mentioned the Skype for Business, but also sort of
Yeah.
Prysm Mobile as a platform. Talk about that.
That, that's right. And we've just, in the last 2 months, released Prysm Mobile, which is an all-new feature for the Prysm Visual Workplace. And it extends the access beyond the screens. And we have screens, as I've mentioned, hundreds of feet all the way down to a 65-inch LCD screen and many sizes in between, as well as custom. Now we've extended that to any mobile device. So a Mac, a PC, an Android system, an iOS system, really any device, an iPad can access our application just via a simple URL and go into the application and start participating with their team members who might be in larger conference rooms in different locations around the world.
And so in this case, they wouldn't have to have fancy conferencing equipment. Theoretically, any device. I mean, I assume it works on mobile operating systems and also computer desktop operating systems as well.
That's right. Yeah, all you need is a browser.
Okay, that's so, and that is already shipping. You said you launched that a couple months ago, but is it already available?
Yes, it's available. It was available as of the beginning of April.
Okay, good. And then Skype for Business integration, you mentioned that a couple of times. That's important because everyone's, it's sort of, I guess, has been adopted as everyone's sort of standardized platform, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it for sort of an entry product into the UC market.
That's right. And so what we've done is we've integrated the Skype for Business interface directly into the Prysm menu. And so when you go into the Prysm Visual Workplace, you're able to get your Skype UI exactly as you'd see it on your desktop. I'm able to see my contacts. I'm able to log in. I'm able to have chat sessions. And one of the great things that we brought to this integration was something that we call the broadcast zone. And that's something that's unique to Prysm. And so what that is it's literally a square that appears on our large screens. And so if I'm in a large conference room and I'm participating with someone who's on Skype, I know if I drag content into that's what they're able to see, and then I can share that content so that I might have more real estate on my big screen, but I know that I'm sharing with them within the broadcast zone. And the Skype users can do the same. They can share their desktop and it appears into the broadcast zone on the big screen.
So then that way you're not sharing everything, you're only sharing what you want to share, and you have control
That's
over
right.
that. That's interesting. I had not realized that's the way that worked. I read about it, but I didn't totally get it until you explained it to me. Obviously Prysm.com, Prysm.com. What if, I mean, a lot of people, I mean, certainly you've been around a long time, and you actually launched originally into the market with an interesting technology. But a lot of people, there's a lot of competition out there, a lot of different companies making products that are all claiming to be collaborative products, but they're not systems like what you're doing, where you have, sort of all-in-one approach to be able to build the entire system. If an integrator is watching this and they aren't currently an integrator for Prysm, is it as simple as just calling you guys up, or what's the process they would go about becoming one?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Dana Corey is our head of partners and business development, and he has got great relationships with all of our current partners. And, we'd love to get more partners engaged in that channel. So it would be just a matter of contacting Dana. He will be at InfoComm, so you'll have an opportunity with him there. And yeah, we'd love to have those discussions.
So check him out at Prysm.com, Prysm.com, and booth N305 at InfoComm, 3 weeks away. Paige, I really appreciate you joining me this morning. I look forward to seeing what's new at your booth. I'll be there, obviously. I'm going to come by and take a look. I try to go everywhere, but there are certain manufacturers I definitely go every single year, and you're one of those. So I appreciate the time, and I'll be by there. And I hope that the people watching will take a look at your site, because I actually was impressed with your current website. I didn't realize you were doing a new site, so I can't imagine what that's going to be like. But I've always thought that the site was good because, if you follow what I read, I'm big on showing the experience and showing the application rather than the products.
Yep.
And if you sell it that way, you're going to be able to, you're always going to have a customer, right? Because it's hard to go out and compare on a website a system or a solution rather than an individual bunch of products. And the average person can't put this stuff together. You do need an integration company to do it right. So it's cool that you're integrating Skype for Business. The Prysm mobile application is really neat, and of course it works on any platform. So thanks for explaining that, and I wish you the best of luck at InfoComm.
Absolutely. Hope to see you there, and thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, well, check them out at Prysm.com, Prysm.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see everyone at InfoComm. And in the meantime, if you want to catch up on the InfoComm news, all you do is go to ravepubs.com/InfoComm2016. It takes you to our custom microsite for the show. Thank you very much, and have a great day.